So now we're on the three. We got three topics left.
We have three featured topics left.
Featured topics left, and Eric is gonna let us know what those.
Ooh, you sitting up there like this, like please.
Right. What are the topics?
So topic number one. So people say that they want us to talk more about relationships, so we're gonna get into relationships. So topic number one: should relationships involve background checks?
That's funny. So I get the answer?
No, you're gonna pull one.
Oh, okay.
Topic number two: do you judge people after prison?
These are very interesting.
Very interesting.
Yeah. Because I'm a never mind.
And topic number three: the evolution of modern dating and relationships.
I hope we don't miss that one.
Who came up with that?
You, the ones that sound like a robot. Okay, you came up with them. I came up with the ones that sound silly. So we like switch places.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
We switch places. Normally I come up with the ones that sound robotic. This time he came up with the ones that sound robotic.
ChatGPT.
And I came up with the ones that sound silly.
So let's see what you pick. Let's see.
Please pick a silly.
I gotta read it.
But just read the number. The number, not
Number. This one is number 2.
Topic number 2: do you judge people after prison?
Woo! Jesus!
Yeah.
Who want to start? Jail or prison? Because I've been to jail.
Prison. What's the difference?
I've been to jail a couple of. I have been to jail. Not prison.
Right.
There's a big difference. I have but I have no felonies. I have nothing on my record. Well, I do have one thing on my record, but it's like a misdemeanor. Well, it's a couple of things on my record, but misdemeanors. But no, I'm talking about like young people stuff. I have young people stuff.
Yeah.
So I have nothing that's like, and you know my story. You know I used to drink a lot. So when you drink a lot and you put, what is it called? It's spirits. So I have some of those bad spirits in my system.
Yeah, they come out.
And the spirits made me do, because I have never gotten any trouble sober.
Okay.
Never gotten any trouble sober. So I've never been to prison, but I have been to jail. And the crazy thing about me going to jail, you know how they're supposed to keep you for the weekend? I have never went to jail and did more than hours. Because I've always been so nice and respectable when the police got me.
I'll just send them home.
Yeah.
Not to cut off your jail story, but do you judge people?
I'm getting to that. I'm getting to that.
You're telling us your whole prison story.
Do I judge?
The whole prison song.
No, I have never been to prison. I'm too classy.
Let me clear that up.
Yeah. I've been to jail. I'm too classy to be prison.
But
have I do it? Would I judge people? Yes, I would. I'm going to judge situations based on how situations is. If you've been to prison, I feel like you ain't learned nothing from going to prison. I'm going to judge you based on how we deal with each other, right? Yeah. I have a brother in prison, you know what I'm saying? And if my brother was to get out and I feel like he didn't have to learn anything from him being there, yes, I'm going to judge him based on how he act. Now, let's say you went to prison for money laundering, you stole a lot of money and stuff. I'm going to judge our relationship based on, especially with my brother. This is my brother. So my brother, when I'm talking about my brother, that is my flesh and blood, right? I'm not going to judge him because that's my brother.
Yeah, you want to help him.
But I'm talking about like regular people that I come across. I'm not going to judge you and feel like you're a bad person based on the fact that you've been to prison. But if I notice that you've been to prison and you're not changing things about you, because the thing about it is, I suffer from alcoholism, right? And if I go back and start drinking, would you judge me based on that?
No.
But I'm saying if I go back and start drinking and doing the same things that I did before, like getting in car accidents, crashing, having like blackouts when I'm drunk and cussing people out, would it be fair for somebody to judge me based on me doing those things?
I'm not a super judgy person.
But I'm saying, but is it fair?
I mean, depending on
because I feel that the consequences of what we do is there are consequences for things that we do, right?
Absolutely.
So
the thing is, and we have to make decisions that's best for ourselves, right?
Yeah, but can I say, I feel like if you've done that and they notice that there's a change in you or whatever,
yeah,
that's fine. But I feel like if if you went to jail and you're continuously doing the
Do
same
the same thing, you go.
Yeah, I can see where the judge.
Dude, I have friends that have been in prison before, and I trust them more than some of my friends that ain't never been. Because I know that
They're solid people.
they solid people.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of times people find themselves in situations.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think it's sad that the system is set up to where it makes people feel like they are not as good just because they've been to jail before or because they've been in prison. So what I'm trying to say is I'm going to judge you based on your actions. I'm going to judge you based on things that you do. I'm going to judge you, did you learn something from going away? I'm going to judge you based on, are you a criminal? You know what I'm saying? Because
like criminal minded.
Yeah, criminal minded. Because everybody that went to prison ain't really no criminal. You know what I'm saying? They just been in, some people just happen to find themselves in situations. You know what I'm saying? And even if you are a criminal, have you learned from
Have you changed?
Have you changed?
Yeah.
So I think that, yes, I should judge people based on regular things. I should judge people based on
Posts.
yeah,
Social media.
Social media. Well, no, not even just that. But you can judge people based on your best interest, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If somebody is like, let's say for instance, somebody is like a devil worshiper, right? And they're like truly into demons, and they've joined a cult or something. I'm gonna judge their situation dealing with me based on that. So I feel like it's okay for us, because we'd be like, I don't want to be a judgy person, but I feel like it's okay to judge.
Like for your boundaries.
Yeah, for your boundaries.
Yeah, for my boundaries.
I feel like it's okay for us to judge in certain situations. We just have to know that we're not better than nobody
Exactly.
else.
Exactly. Yeah.
Me, I'm not a real judgy person, but I feel like it depends on what you've done, especially if it's a crime that involves a kid, a child, or something like that. I mean, I don't think there's really explanation that you could really give me.
You talking about if you touch a kid?
Yeah.
Like actual crime with a kid? Yeah, this kind of hard.
Or any type of crime with a kid. You know, like
Against a child?
a small child. Anything else? I mean, I'm willing to listen to, like, you know, people's stories and, you know, the explanation on how they got there, what happened, what was the circumstances. You know.
Well, there's a lot.
Yeah. But
a lot of times there's a lot more people that have been in prison than you know that.
Exactly.
So you don't know about everybody.
Yeah, but
if somebody tell me they've been in prison, and let's say I'm dealing with other people, they don't know this person been in prison, I'm not telling the other person that person been in prison. If I feel like that person is a safe person. Now, if that person,
they off the chain,
if they off the chain, I'm like, well, you know, just to keep you safe. If you were my friend,
Right.
just to keep you safe.
Yeah, but it's not really my job to judge. I mean, but it is like my job to see if I want to be around you, deal with you, or what type of relationship I want to have with you. But I draw the line when it comes to kids. You know, when it comes to kids, anything like that, you know, it's just.
I would say kids and extreme violence. Because some people, if you can tell, they still have a very short temper. It's like, okay, for my boundaries' sake, you know, I want to make sure I'm safe. But as far as being a judgy person, if you know people that have gotten out of prison, that have changed their lives and that are doing things for the better, there are so many people.
There's a lot of them.
Yeah.
So, you know, in that respect, you know, I definitely wouldn't judge somebody.
Yeah.
You know, everybody deserves a second chance.
Especially if you show that you're willing, that that you're taking the steps to change, that you're willing to change,
Right.
that you're doing the work to change. You know, and you know, at least having some type of impact and, you know, being a productive citizen of our society. So it's not really my job to judge, but I mean, sometimes we can, in our head, we can, like, you know, judge a little bit, but not to the point where, like, I can condemn a person for mistakes that they made. Like, we all make mistakes.
Absolutely.
We're all imperfect people. So I try to give people grace, but if I know don't want to use like scammers. I know you're a scammer and you
That
and,
part.
and then you still have them scammerish ways.
Yeah, those are the people I was talking about. You know what I'm saying? People that I know that are scammers.
Yeah.
Like people that just made a mistake and something happened, and it's because everybody's situation, everybody's story
Exactly.
is different. You know what I'm saying? People that just make mistakes and something happened, I'm not going to judge them because, like I said, I know people that have been, and I know people that because I got a brother there. You know what I'm saying? I know people that, so I have to keep my judgment to myself. But I am, but like I am gonna like keep myself safe in situations. Yeah. And then I'm gonna make sure that I ain't here to portray God or just be somebody else's God on earth. But like you still want to make sure that you're safe. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And I'm never gonna put myself around I'm never gonna. If you see me around people, those are people that I trust and I feel safe around me. You know what I'm saying? Not all the time. Stuff that happened in the past. But I'm talking about. I'm talking about friendships. I'm talking about friendships.
You saw me looking at like.
No, I'm talking about friendships. I'm talking about friendships. Like friendship that I have. Like if you see me around these people, they're people I trust, and I don't.
What about working with them?
That's different. I don't know everybody. I ain't know. As far as like working with people and doing different projects with people, like sometimes you don't know people's story.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You don't know people's story, and then you be in there like.
So so say that you did something with them and you learned a story, and it's just like.
I did a project with somebody before back in the day. True story. Did a project with somebody before back in the day, and he was doing a podcast type thing with us. One of the people that was on the podcast with us, and come to find out, one of the dudes that was on the podcast was having an affair on his wife for a 13-year-old neighbor.
Stop.
And and he got arrested or whatever, and then his cousin was trying to come at me like because I took his face off the poster thing. I'm like, man, I'm not affiliating having this. Because all these are allegations, but when he told his story, like he made it sound like it was a relationship. I was like, yeah, it's time to go. I ain't dealing with this. And this was somebody I was doing a project with, and it was a bunch of us doing the project. You know what I'm saying? Look, I'm telling T today. Like, but she like, she like, I can't wait to go to break.
We also talk about it on camera.
She like, I can't wait till I go to break. But that was like the weirdest thing. I was like,
honestly, I mean, if you watch a certain episode, like we had influential Michael on our show, and he talked about him going to prison, and I was like, I didn't know, and he talked about his situation, and we asked him after the show, I'm like, do you want us to put that in the show or take it out? He was like, yeah, it's fine. He like, cause that tells that's part of my life or whatever. So you could meet some people that's real cool and just not even know that they was in any type of situation. So
we done have people on the show that was like they've been in prison and they was like they didn't want to talk about it in front of me, and it was crazy because they I guess they thought I was Mr. Classy, but it's like I got family. But right after the show, my brother from prison called me, so they're like oh, so you jail affiliated? That's why I ain't talking about it on the show. Like, dude. Things happen to people.
Yeah, exactly.
Things happen, like, and that don't make.
And these be some of the coolest people.
This don't make you a bad person. That don't make you a bad person. So I think that this is my final thing on that. I am going to judge situations for what situations are. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? If I know you're going to continue to be a repeat offender, I'm going to judge how you scam and how you run. If I know you just happen to find a situation and we really good friends and I'm not going to judge you based on that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody find different paths in life, and sometimes your path falls off. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully you find your way on something better, because prison is not it's not a home. It's not something that you should mortgage. It's not something that you should feel like you should stay. But if that happened, it just happened. I think things happen to people like that.
I have nothing more to say. Good. I'm just doing something you edit. I'm not.
I'm gonna edit, and it's gonna be like this anyway. You ain't even gonna be. They're gonna be like, who the person that's talking?